Good afternoon, guys. This is Justin with Transform Charleston. I'm a project manager on site, letting you know what's going on. We're at the back side of the house and we're preparing the surface for a band board. When you install a band board, it needs to be on a flat surface, on an even surface. If you take a look, we actually have stucco right here, and we've cut into the stucco to place new siding. What you have to do to make the surface even is grind it down and then take a hammer and chisel and make sure all the pieces have come back or the debris has left to make an even surface. Once that's done, we add some Z-flashing and then finally the band board on top of that. That's ready for installation.
Today we're out here installing the band board and all the flashing between the stucco and the band board, and then the flashing that goes over top the band board before the siding's installed. So right now we're getting the band board up. You can see behind me, they are wrapping the corner on the band board. So they just cut a 45 on the 5/4 by 10 James Hardy trim board, and they're gonna wrap that corner for a seamless, clean look. You'll see the look on the actual band board, the fiber cement as it touches at the miter, and you'll also see the metal work above it. The drip cap flashing, you're gonna see that. It's a very, very clean look, and you'll see exactly what's going on here in a second. Right now, guys, he's just cutting the widths of pieces that he needs to make his drip cap. So he's taken the full width of a coil, and he is just splicing it, is what they call it. Knifing it with a knife. He's gonna splice it. He's gonna come back, then he's gonna bend it up and it's gonna break off, and then now he just got 4 rips out of the width of a coil stock. Right now, guys, he's bending the drip cap for the stucco, and because it's a stucco band board transition, it's just a 1/2 inch on the drip cap. So that's the 1/2 inch down here. This is the 1/2 inch right there on the face. And then right here, he needs to measure the width of the band board, which is 5/4, right? It's a true 1x. A 5/4 James Hardy board is a true 1x board. So right now he's measuring exactly 1 inch. And then there it is right there. So now, Igor, show them what that piece looks like. This goes on the wall. This is the inch sitting on top of the band board, and this is the drip cap. The stucco is gonna tuck up behind here. You got your band board, and then we'll have another flashing over top the band board. So this is how you do the metal work on a stucco band board transition to make sure the band board is not touching the stucco.
My name is Igor. I work with Transform Charleston. I'm over here to show y'all how you bend a Z-flashing for a band board. We're gonna cut the piece of metal of 6 inches so we can have a nice lap so we can nail it and be able to tape it. You get your knife and you just cut out the 6. So you put 3/4 on the metal brake over here. That's what the metal brake bends. Just put flash. Most of the metal brakes is the same length over here. So you're gonna put 3/4 all the time or anytime you're gonna use it. So the reinforcement, bend it first, close the metal brake, seat it over here, make sure it's sitting flush, right here. Lift this up, and this is your reinforcement. That's what you got to have in order so when you sit the piece on top of the band board, it doesn't look wavy. Let's go for our second bend. This is gonna be the face of the Z-flashing. You're gonna measure 1 inch right here. And again, that's all depends how the work's going to be. You can put 1 inch, 3/4, you can put 1 1/4. It all depends the material you're using. But this is for band board. Here we go. You don't wanna bend it too much. Just go 90 degrees. You take it off and you're gonna turn the piece. Going back in. And you're also gonna measure another inch over here because the material you're using here, the hardware you're using here, it's 1 inch on top over here. But when it's a 3/4, the 4/4, you're gonna use 3/4 over here as well. But since we are using the 5/4 on the band board over here, I'm gonna have to do that length over here of a 1 inch, a through inch, 5/4. Here's the measurement. And do the same thing on that side so it can be even. You close the metal brake, bend on 90 degrees too. Most of the times you want to leave a little angle over here. You don't want to go all the way straight because when the water comes down, it can hit over here and go down instead of be stuck over here. So that's why we have a little angle going that way. So this is a Z flashing, a drip cap. We call it a Z flashing because you see it makes a Z over here. It's an easier way to call, but that's how you do one.
The angle of the blade is at 22.5 to join the two together. At the end is going to be a 45, mitered. I'm going to now cut the band board.
All right, guys, you just saw John cut the band board. It's fiber cement, James Hardy trim. It's a 1x10. It was a 5/4 by 10 actually, so it's a true 1x. A 22 cut is when the two boards meet each other. You put a slight cut on that and a slight cut on that, and it joins the two boards together for a seamless look. That does still get caulked and painted, but it's a cleaner look than 45 in there. 45 is too much of a, it's just too much of a cut, so it causes a little separation. A 22 is a little cleaner, makes it more seamless. And then the 45 cut he was talking about is on the corner back here where the guys are now. That band board's gonna wrap and turn the corner and go across the back of the house. So right now as it's on the side, it's gonna go across the back. That's when a 45 happens. A 45 happens wherever two 90-degree angles meet, or where a 90-degree angle is and two straight boards meet. So right here, it's gonna be a 45 cut for the band board at the corner.
Right now, we're placing a band board on a stucco surface. We want to get the Z flash on there. It is a work in progress. We wanted to show you the length of the Z flash. What happens is we actually tuck it under the house wrap so the flow of water allows water to come out of the structure. After that, we place the band board on top, and then on top of the band board, we actually place more flashing. If you flip over to this side, you see there's flashing on top to direct water out, and we even put some tape on top of that flashing to ensure that no water will get behind the structure. That's how you do a band board on stucco.